Okay, so we are on the next page. So now isometrics is getting a little bit more complicated. You have figures that is on angles. So here we have a hexagon. A hexagon side is on an angle of a 60-degree angle. We are drawing on a 30-degree angle. So now we need to find the hexagon on a 30-degree angle. To do this, we need a thing called an auxiliary view. And basically what an auxiliary view is, it is a view that's going to help you to determine the hexagon on your actual isometric drawing. So they say in the question, the given figure shows the front view and top view of a simple model. Draw an isometric view of the model. Make A the lowest point of the drawing. Where applicable, all construction and auxiliary views must be shown. So whenever you do an isometric drawing, you have to use auxiliary views when drawing certain drawings. So now what you've learned this year is that basically a hexagon is 6 equilateral triangles. The outer angle is on a 60 degree, and we know this because we take 360 degrees divided by the amount of sides, and that equals 60 degrees. So that is for any polygon. Okay, so here they give us a space. They will not always give you a space, but here they give us a space on where to start our auxiliary view. Okay, so we are going to draw an equilateral triangle firstly, so because we're working from the midpoint. So working from the midpoint, okay, so we are drawing the equilateral triangle and setting the side on 25, because that is the dimension that I give us for one of the sides. So 25, meaning that when we work from the center point, this is all the same. Okay, so they are the same size. So 25. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it in the center. Sorry. Scribe like a circle. Okay. And then on a 60-degree angle to both sides from the center. And please note that a auxiliary view is a B-line type. It is not an A-line type. It is not a C-line type. It is a B-line type. Okay, there. And then I'm just connecting these sides. This is on a 60-degree angle. And then a 0-degree angle. For your auxiliary views, you need a center line, okay? So you always need to have a reference of where you are working from. Okay, so now we're starting off with our basics as we did previously. A is our lowest point. There is A. So from A, construct and then I'm not going to do a full construction here. I'm just going to do a short, very short one like that. Okay, so the reason for this is because this is only 20. Okay, so I'm going to measure my sides now. They say this is a square. You can see there it's a square. Again, top view at the top, front view below that. So a square of 60 by 60 So set my compass on 60, scribe 60 to this side and to that side. Okay, so now because my line isn't extended fully to that side, I am just going to extend my construction line, and then I'm going to construct them on the edges also, just almost 20, more or less, just eyeballing it, okay, to the top. And then I will set my compass on 20, and I will scribe my 20, and I only have to scribe it here. I don't have to do it anywhere else, because now when I do projection on my 30-degree angle, I will find it there. Okay, and I am now drawing in the front side to side, so basically the left and the right of this drawing, as I'm seeing it isometrically, which is one is actually the front and one will be a side view. I'm drawing them in solid because I know that is exactly where they are going to be. Okay, so now I need to find the middle here, because if we look at our top view here, we have two center lines going across. So just to find the middle, I'm going to set my compass on 30, because I know that this was now 60. So it's 30 and 30. And when you are constructing this, it's just construction lines. You don't have to do solid lines, okay? So just construction lines. Please don't do solid lines, just do construction lines like that. Okay, these two center lines will at the end of the day become, or these two construction lines will at the end of the day become center lines. Okay, so after you are done, remember center lines are also B lines, and center lines are your dash dot lines, eh? Okay, so now this is in construction. It is not solid. It should not be solid at all. Okay. Okay, so now basically what happens here is this center line that I have on my isometric drawing here now is representing this center point here. And then now obviously the one on my auxiliary view. They are one and the same. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to work with my compass. This is called the Rule of Similarity. So the distance that I get here is going to be the same as the distance that I'm going to get here. So now I must just check it's going to the right, left of A, the sharp edges. So you see I'm not on the flat face, I'm on the two sharp edges. So there, 25. Okay, on the center, 25, 25 to each side. Okay, and then this is the distance that you don't have. This is the distance that you need, why you need the auxiliary view. So now from the center to the flat face, just like that, and then I'm going to draw in my flat faces on my isometric angle. So where the scribe intersects, just going to do a construction line and a construction line, and then I don't have to go and measure half of 25. I can just take this distance from here. So from the center to the edge, and I only have to scribe it one side of my hexagon. So just there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to project it across to this side of my, where I want to find my hexagon. Okay, so there, project, and then I basically have my hexagon. I can go and draw it in. If you still cannot see it, you will see it now. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it a little bit darker. I'm not going to do it in solid yet, because I just want you guys to see now exactly how this hexagon is looking like. And I'm literally just connecting my scribes. And there's my hexagon on an isometric angle. Okay, so now that I have that, I need to give it height. Okay, so height. How do we do height? I'm going to draw all of these lines up any given distance. You can always extend them later on if you need to. Any given distance, all 6 corners of my hexagon. Then when I look at my hexagon's distance, it's 50. So I'm going to set my compass on 50. And on each of these lines, I'm going to scribe that 50. So I'm setting it on the corner of the bottom hexagon and scribing them. And then this will then give me the top bit of my hexagon, which I can then now go and draw in solid. So solid. 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 And then 0 degrees or 90. Going to draw this in solid here. Solid. Solid. You can see these backline stays construction. And the back bit of the hexagon will also stay construction. Okay, so now I just want to draw in what I need to complete on my drawing. So here, up to the hexagon is what is going to be solid. And on the opposite side, also only up to the hexagon. So it's going to be solid. And I'm going to do my center lines here, starting from the center. And I need to project those center lines to my top as well. So how do I do that? I'm literally just going to project this on the flat face of my hexagon. So there it touches, and then more or less from the middle. And then on here, from the center, and there is my isometric drawing with my auxiliary view applied. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it properly. There you go. So please be attentive on that. What we don't see in the front stays in construction. So those lines of my square there, those lines of my hexagon, the height lines of my hexagon, and only the front that I'm seeing here is what is going to be solid lines. On the next drawing that you're seeing here, you have a hexagon at the bottom, a square, which will be on this view it will be a diamond shaped square in the middle, and you will do two auxiliary views for this since they are both on an angle and you need to find them on the angle. So what you're going to do is you're literally going to draw just half of your drawing here on your auxiliary view. So the same as we did this hexagon, half a hexagon, and then in the middle of that you're just going to draw your square. And remember, a square, if we take 360 divided by 4, it's going to give us an angle of 45 degrees, and that is what we are looking at. Whereas your hexagon, that is for the square, yeah, for your hexagon, it will be 60 degrees, which is 360 divided by 6. If you go to the next one, on this side here, we have a hexagon with an octagon. Remember, if we do an octagon, it is a 45 degree angle that we are working on for our outer angles. Okay gents, so I will do videos on these two drawings at a later stage, but please do complete this drawing and practice applying your auxiliary views.